Hi, and welcome to GENO'S Picks, again brought to you by the fine folks at the SBR Forum. That's right, they're still with us because despite the fact that we went 1-4 last week and we're at an all-time low of 37% against the spread, 15-26, they know that, like they say in the Tao Te Ching, there's a waxing and waning of everything, and there's a time of lean and a time of abundance, and that time of abundance is coming. So don't you quit on me, because I got nowhere else to go, because God forbid I'm writing content every day at the Forum for GENO'S Takes. Are you reading it? I hope so, because that's the only place you'll find it until Comedy Central wises the F up and puts good quality sports programming on rather than giving a great guy like friggin' Norm Macdonald an awful script and expecting the stupid people that are America to go along with it. I can't be bothered. Read GENO'S Takes. You'll get great jokes like today. And Kim Kardashian. Ooh, Chris Humphries are getting divorced. No one cares. It was a fraud. It was a sham. Chris Humphries basically did it to get all the money from the wedding. And if he only gets half, that's $10 million he gets. So despite the NBA strike, he's getting paid to do the exact same thing. Sit on his fat ass and occasionally be asked to do a little pounding underneath. It's a disgrace. I'm Geno. These are the picks. My first pick, the Bills are giving 1.5 to the Jets in Buffalo. Why only 1.5? Oh, I get it, because the Jets came off a bye and they're rested. So what? The last game they played were against my awful Chargers, so they probably even forget how to play a real NFL team, like the Buffalo Bills, who beat the crap in Toronto out of a terrible Redskins team. So yeah, neither one really played a football game last week. But here's the difference. I love the way the Bills are finally playing, and I gotta tell you, I bashed Changali like crazy last season, and I bashed Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I get it. Fitzpatrick is solid. And what can you say? We love Freddie Jackson. As for the Jets, I'm not sold on them. And if it comes time for me to lay down a bet, let me ask you, if I tell you to give me your money and we're going to trust it with one person, are you going to trust it with an Irish dude that went to college for 4 years or a Puerto Rican that went to USC for 2? Exactly. That Puerto Rican's running off in your money with his El Camino. You're betting the Bills. Lay the 1.5. My next pick, the San Francisco 49ers are giving 3 to the Redskins in Washington, D.C. I had to double check. I can't believe I have the Niners circled here as the favorite. But you got to take the Niners because they're playing the Redskins, who stink. They're coming off that humiliating loss in Buffalo. Meanwhile, Alex Smith, who I'm still not sold on, always seems to cover. And his coach Harbaugh, the younger, is he younger? Doesn't matter. Love that coach Harbaugh in San Fran and what he's doing. And let's face it, look at the Redskins offense. It's an absolute mess. They don't know who to start at running back. They're torn between Halou and Terrain, and neither one is an amazing running back. And as for the receivers, they've recycled Jabbar Gaffney. What the hell is that doing? And their quarterback is, yeah, it's John Beck this week. Face it, people, watching the Redskins offense is like watching Chaz Bono on Dancing with the Stars. They have absolutely no rhythm, and when it comes down to it, you know they don't have a real set of balls, people. Take the Niners, lay the 3. My next pick, the Steelers are giving 3 to the Ravens in Baltimore. Wow. If you told me opening day this was going to be the line in this game, I would have been like, I'm all over Baltimore. But look at how far these two teams have swung since that opening game when the Ravens went into Pittsburgh and mauled the Steelers. Steelers are coming off a big home win against the Patriots last week in Pittsburgh. And I, of course, took the Patriots because you know how I've been going all year. Meanwhile, the Ravens at home barely came back against the Cardinals after digging themselves a huge hole. The week before that, they lost on the road to the Jaguars. So we're starting to question just how good or who the real Ravens team is. But I'm not worried about the Ravens. The real focus here is on the Steelers. And I know what a lot of people are saying. Well, Ben Roethlisberger blew his wad last week against the Patriots. No. If we learned anything about Ben Roethlisberger in the past 2 off seasons, just when you think he's blown his load, he's ready to screw you again. Am I right? And the bottom line is I've had it with teams that are saying, well, another reason you can't trust the Steelers is they're due for a letdown after last week's win. Really? No, they're not. They're a well-coached team under Mike Tomlin, and well-coached teams aren't due for a letdown. A 5-year-old kid who's about to meet his daddy's new girlfriend, Susan, that kid's due for a big letdown. People, take the Steelers, lay the 3. Which brings me to my lock of the week. Oh, where do we get these pictures? The Green Bay Packers are giving 5.5 to the San Diego Chargers at Lambeau Field. People, let me tell you 3 things that we've never done in the 5-year history of Geno's Picks. 1, we've never been under 40%. We are. 2, we've never finished under 58% against the spread, making you money, and we won't. And 3, we've never picked against the Chargers, because if I don't think they're going to win or cover, I don't touch them, because I know I'm going to root for them. But not this week. This week, they're terrible, and I'm rooting for them to get blown out, because that's the only way they learn how to play better, because Norv doesn't teach them that. This week, they face the Green Bay Packers, who are playing awesome, who are undefeated, and who are coming off a bye. The last time Aaron Rodgers touched the football, people, it was October. The last time Philip Rivers touched the football, it was an abortion, okay? And like an abortion, Rivers wishes he had one more chance to hold that baby. But he doesn't. It's over. You're a pinhead, and your team is a mess, people. And I'll tell you one other thing. Friggin' the Packers have had 14 days to rest. Meanwhile, the Chargers have had 6 days to forget that play. Guess which one isn't going to work? Exactly. Take the Packers, lay the 5.5. Which brings me to my Double Your Money Monday Night Betters. I like to call it October's gone. We're all about November. All right, the Eagles are laying 8 to the Bears in Philly. Yeah, the Bears are coming off a bye. Maybe 8's a lot to give them coming off a bye, but I'll tell you something. They're traveling to Philly, and those crowds on Monday night aren't friendly. And I'll tell you someone else who isn't friendly. Matt, reading ain't my thing, but hitting bitches is my forte. Yeah, we like to say that every year. He's not happy with his contract talks with the Bears, but it doesn't matter, because the Eagles are waking up, and that whole thing, the dream team that Vince Young pinned on him, it's gone. Because after Vince Young went in for those 2 plays against the Redskins, and he got sacked on a bad scramble and threw an interception, everyone realized the guy's a moron. You have to handle him with kid gloves, and nothing he says makes sense anymore. And when things don't make sense, well, then you just got to put your big money on the big pick. People, I don't care anymore. Take the Eagles, lay the 8. Those are Geno's picks.